Hey guys, we are going to start off today with a little warm-up video. I wanted to do something where we didn't really need any equipment right off the bat. So I'm going to do a little warm-up video with a little bit of core work and just a little bit of upper body work. Okay, so put my remote down and we're going to get started here. So first thing we'll do is take your feet out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're going to turn those toes out. We're just going to kind of glide up and down. So when you do this, you want to kind of tuck that tail underneath and get those hips just warmed up, moving a little bit. Yes. And after you do about 10 or so, let's go ahead and come on down into that squat and go ahead and put your hands on your knees. And we're going to let your, did you hear that pop? We're going to let your shoulder roll to the inside, and at the same time, you're going to use this hand to push that back knee back. And you'll feel a nice inner thigh stretch here. And then we'll go over to the other side, roll that left shoulder in. This actually stretches right here between your shoulder blades too, creates some nice space there. And then you're pressing that left inner thigh back and you get a little stretch right there. Let's do one more time each side. Always incorporating that breath. And exhale as you go to the left side. And then rolling it back to the front, tuck that tail under and come all the way back up. Good, now we're gonna add our arms. So just more of an endurance type work with our upper body, so you'll feel it after several repetitions, okay? So we're going down and up, down and up. We got those hips warmed up, now we're getting moving here. That's it, and I'm a terrible counter, so I usually just count down rather than saying we're gonna do a certain number because, you know, that number comes and goes and I've lied to you, so nobody likes that, right? You can also go ahead and flex your fingertips back and you'll feel a little stretch right here down the forearm, maybe even a stretch in your fingers right back in the back of the hand. And that feels kind of nice too. That's it. Squeeze those glutes when you come back up. Think about your sit bones squeezing together. And I'll count down now. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now bring those arms out in front. And we want to make sure your shoulders aren't hiking up. And we're going to keep them just about shoulder height with the fingertips. And as we go down into our squat, we're going to draw those elbows back behind your back. And then reach forward as you draw up. So draw them back, stand up straight. That's it. Tucking your tail on these squats, you want to make sure that your butt's not going too far back out. You want to keep it right underneath there. Get a little balance move there. You can pick some nice rhythm music here. Keep you going. I'll make some Spotify playlists for these workouts and tell you which ones are good for which workouts. It'll be kind of fun. 5 more. 4, squeeze those shoulder blades together in the back. 2, and last one. Good, I'm getting a little bit of a workout here. So we're gonna come on in and just march it out. We've had those legs open and now we're gonna bring them back in, get those inner thighs to relax a little bit. Catch breath, catch breath. And then go ahead and take those legs back out again, but this time we're going a little bit deeper. We're gonna go into a lunge. And we're gonna put our hands on our hips. So now we just bend over onto one knee. Watch your knee so it doesn't go out over your toe. You want a 90-degree angle here. I could even open up a little bit wider. And then come back in and we'll switch sides. Just feeling this lunge. That's it. So if you hold it for a little bit of a pulse here, or a 1 or a 2 count, you're going to get a lot more work out of that quad and then out of this glute back here. So take it over, hold, 2, and right side 1, 2, and left side 1, 2, and right side 1, 2, and left side 1, 2. Let's add a stretch here. So elbow reaches up over your head. And I'm going to do a single count now. So I'm just drawing down deeply into that lunge. That's it. Opening that rib cage up a little bit. And 6, and 5. Those legs are getting warm. 4, 3, 2, and final 1 on each side. I always want to finish off evenly. Good. You can bring your feet now forward. I like to do a little stretch here. Flat back. So we're going to bring our crown to tail in one straight line so that your back is flat as well. Hold on, hands at your waist, and then raise that chest back up. And where you should feel this is right back behind your back into your hips and your glutes, hamstrings and glutes. Let's do it again. Exhale, flex over, pull your belly button to your backbone, and then bring it back up. Exhale, flex over, belly button to your backbone, and then use those abdominals to come back up. Let's go 3 more. Working that posterior chain. I'm just checking in the mirror, make sure I have a nice flat back, sticking my sit bones out to the wall behind me. Same as you. 2 more. And final one. Okay, perfect. Bringing it up. Now we're going to go into a little bit more of a cardio bit. So I'm going to show you the moves in a lower version, and then we'll take them up. So our first one is what we call a switch lunge. And to do it modified or kind of at a less intense version, you're going to keep your hands on your waist. And we bring our right knee out 90 degrees just like before so that the knee isn't out over the toe. We always want to protect that knee. And then we're going to come together here and then switch, go back to the opposite leg. And then come together and switch. So this is called a switch lunge. Good. Now if you'd like to increase the intensity, we can pick it up kind of a little hop. So up at the top we're hopping. Yeah, and you'll notice these are balance moves too. So I always tell everybody to focus right here. Your belly button can be your center of gravity as you go into these. Good. Now if you want to escalate a little bit more, you can add an arm extension. And this one's a little bit confusing at first, so I always like to start in position. So we'll go right knee in front, left leg back, and you want to use the opposite arm. Okay? So whatever knee's in front, opposite arm. And then you come together and you switch. Come together and switch. Come together and switch. And then you can pick that up. And this will get that heart rate up. And that's it. And let's do whatever version you decided. Keep going. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. March it out. This is always going to be our little recovery place. Marching it out. Come on in. Okay, last little bit of cardio I want to teach you today. This is one of my favorite things I used to do back old school. We called them repeaters. So I'm going to pivot my body a little bit to my right side. I'm going to stretch my left leg out. Both arms are going up. See this long line from my fingertips to my left toe. My right knee slightly bent. I'm going to pull my knee in. My right one stays soft as I pull my knees and elbows towards each other. Or my left knee and elbow towards each other. Whew. That's it. Reaching back, keep that right knee soft, and you can come down deeper in a lunge if you really want to work hard. You can also do this without the arms if you just want to get going a little bit. Oops, let me get together. And let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, and going over to the other side. Reach my right leg back. Arms are out, and pull that knee in. That's it. Soft left one, balancing on that side. It'll help you get that balance. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, and 3, and 2, and last one. Awesome. Okay, shake it out, come back to that march. Next exercise is going to be a hold. So we're going to hold a position. It's isometrically working the body. I'm going to take the feet just shoulder width apart. Our arms are going to start at our side. Shoulders are down and back. And we're going to come into kind of a sit here. And what we want is the back to be as flat as possible. Some of us are kind of curved like that. And we're going to tuck that tail under. And we're going to graze those hands now up in the air. This is excellent for your back. Call this the posterior chain all the way down the back of the body, and we're working the back of the body here. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hold, shoulders slide down your back. See if you can sink down a little bit lower. Inhale, hold. Exhale. One more time, sink down just a little bit. Keep that chest up. Keep that tail from arching. So I'm going to tuck mine a little bit. Inhale and exhale. Arms can come down and we come out of that squat. Good. You can do that one a couple times too. I will let you. All right. Last thing I wanted to do is move into a little bit of core work. So we're going to come down to the mat. And then from here, go ahead and lower your back down to the floor. Your feet are going to stay on the mat with your knees pointed straight up at the ceiling. Try to look at your lines here. We want those hips and knees in alignment here. Arms are going to go out to the side. And we're just going to work on doing a proper crunch. So the way we do that is we want to tuck the chin just a little bit first. A lot of times people come in and they're wanting to do sit-ups or crunches and Pilates core work. And they're thinking about lifting from their head, and I see this kind of a very uncomfortable neck position. So we teach what's called cranial vertebral flexion, which is just setting that cervical spine. So your neck stays set, and the curl is actually coming out of your thoracic spine. So what should happen is your head should lift first, then your shoulder blades, and then you start to roll down your spine, one vertebrae at a time. And notice my back stays flat, so I'm not flipping into this, what we call posterior tip, because we want to keep the muscles of the back long. I'm also pulling my belly button down to my backbone. So my neck looks very comfortable, my head's just stacked up, my eye gaze is right in between my knees, rather than this. This is not comfortable, it doesn't look comfortable. So tuck that chin, your shoulders go back down, and then the last thing to touch is the back of your head, your occipital bone. So let's do that again. Nice little chin tuck. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lift the shoulder blades. Pretend there's a tether from your heart lifting you up. You're rolling one vertebrae at a time. Hold here. Belly button draws to your backbone. Your pelvis is neutral, so come out of a tip if you're in one. You show that again. You don't want to be here. You do want to be here. And then you're going to take a deep breath in again and roll it back down. Shoulder blades touch, and then the back of the head touch. My hands can come back here. Okay, so let's do about 10 of those. Inhale, tuck the chin. Exhale, come up. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll it back down. Again, inhale, exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll it back down. That belly button's drawing down. Chin tuck. Inhale, exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, exhale, roll it back down. And again, up, exhale. Inhale, hold. Exhale, roll it back down. Let's do about 4 more. Let's go 4. And 3. And 2. Kind of a slow count here. And final one. Chin tuck. Exhale. Hold. And roll it back down. Nice job. Okay. From here, if your neck's sore, just kind of rock it out a little bit. Let those muscles on either side of your neck release. These are your extensors or your flexors here. So we're going to relax those. Okay, the last thing that we're going to do is some really deep lumbar spine work, or sealing that lumbar spine to the mat. So can you guys see how I have a little curve here? What I'm going to do, I'm just lifting my arms so you can see, is I'm going to tuck my pelvis backwards. And so now there's no air space down there behind my low back. And I'm not doing that by using my glutes or by using my feet, by pushing them into the mat. I'm actually doing that by using my abdominals, pulling my abdominals up. So it looks very different. Let me show you what it looks like when you're using your glutes and your feet. Can you see that? Versus this. Yeah, big difference. So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to stay sealed down that. I'm just going to move this arm out to the side so you can see my low back. And we're going to bring our right knee up to what we call tabletop position. So tabletop is where that knee is stacked on top of the hip, straight line, and then knee to ankle is pretty much a straight line. Okay, so now I'm going to stay down on that lumbar spine, keep it sealed to the mat. Imagine my ribs and hips are squeezing together here, and they bring what normally happens when people are first getting started, as they start to bring this leg up, they go like this and their low back. Did you see how that space got created there? And we don't want to do that when we keep it down. So if you happen to have lost it when you bring your left leg up, that's okay. Just find it again, tip it down, and you'll feel those abdominals working like crazy in order to do that. And then a lot of times our shoulders will start to kind of cinch up here. So just relax them, top them down a little bit, and you're really lengthening these long back muscles. So it might take a little while for them to lengthen enough that your shoulders don't hike up on you or squeeze together in the back. Okay, so once you get the knees both up, you're going to return one leg down, return the second leg down. See, I'm still sealed to the mat, low back, and then I'm going to swing it back out to a neutral. And to me, this is a neutral, but for most people, this is pretty much exaggerated. Okay, so let's do that again. And again, I'm just keeping this arm out here so you can see. While you're doing this, you want to keep those out hands here. So we're going to tip into imprint, bring my right knee into tabletop. Notice I'm not using my glutes. Bring my left knee into tabletop. Seal that rib cage up. Make sure you don't lose that imprinted spine. Bring your left leg back down. Bring your right leg back down. Come back out to neutral. Again, exhale. Tip imprint. Right knee up. Hold that imprint. Left knee up. Right knee goes back down. I just switched it up on you. Left knee goes back down. Come back to neutral. Okay, now we're going to escalate this or make it more challenging. So we're going to tip that pelvis back. Right knee into tabletop. Left knee into tabletop. I keep that low back curve sealed to the mat. And now I'm going to add a leg extension. So my right leg stretches out. My low back stays attached. And bring it back in. And then I switch. Good. This is a great place to start with this deep abdominal work because when we do one leg at a time, we have less of a challenge. We've still got one knee holding here, and so it's not challenging the abdominals quite as much. You get a little oblique work, but it's not as bad as if we go ahead and go out with both legs, because both legs out there is a lot more challenging. And so go ahead and try if you like that. And make sure that that low back stays sealed to the mat. Now I'm going to demonstrate something here. If I go high, I have a lot easier time trying to keep my low back to the mat. The more I start to lower, can you see how my hips start to pop up? And I can't keep my low back down. I can't protect my spine. So I'm not going to go that low. I'm going to stretch here for a second too. So my low back stays attached to the mat is always our goal here, as long as our feet are in here. And so shoot higher until you know you're able to still keep that low back sealed to the mat and shoulders relaxed. So the higher you go, the safer it is for your spine. And that's still a challenge for me after doing Pilates for, I don't know, 16, 18 years. Maybe someday. Awesome. Alright, breathing in. Exhaling out. Breathing in. Exhaling out. Relax the shoulders. Breathing in. Exhaling out. And last one, breathing in. And exhale it out. And bring the knees back to tabletop. We'll put one foot back on the floor, the other foot back on the floor, and then come back to our neutral pelvis. Oh, thank you guys so much for joining me for this little brief cardio and core workout. Thanks so much. Have a great day.